So, I guess we got the thing we need up here. But we still need a... excuse me a second here.
Johann Ross was found dead on the climber this morning. The ARC team went down a couple of days ago, but I see no reason to suspect them playing a part in his death. The climber can't be operated from the abyss, so there was a scheduled retrieval. The climber returned with only the lifeless body of Alpha member Johann Ross. No traces of the ARC team. Cameron, Eames, Lansky, all studying the body inside containment. I'll follow up with whatever they find. Delenda Est. The WoW has been getting more aggressive, pushing all systems to their limits. Ironically, the dead Dr. Johann Ross would be the perfect person to ask why the WoW is making such a big buzz about his passing. After all, the WoW isn't supposed to want anything, and definitely not to mourn people. The system overload affects the staff considerably. Headaches, loss of sleep, unwarranted stress. And it seems to be getting worse. I could use some advice if you can get through. Delenda Est.
Delenda
Things are out
Est?
of hand. The staff looks like they're about to explode. Every other person walks around with nosebleeds, and the rest keep wiping stains of blood from their eyes to keep them from overflowing. That's to do with the WoW trying to free Ross somehow, for sure. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the body just got up and left. Rally Herber, our dispatcher, has been snooping around asking questions she shouldn't. She says she's going down into the abyss to find Alpha. I can't bring myself to stop her.
So what was it I needed? Power, gel, and something... Power, gel, and something else. Presumably there's one of each of those three items on each level, but... So I got the power one, which is up here, but I don't know what's on the... I don't know what's on the main level down here. I never found anything. Classroom? I haven't been in here yet. Maybe this is what I have to get. Curious, chat, just out of curiosity here, how far, like, percentage-wise would you say I am in this game so far? I'm just wondering from a time perspective. I just want to see if I'll have time to do something else I was maybe planning to today. I don't know if, like, the 10 achievements for this game are, like, more or less awarded every 10% through the game, or what. Okay, so... 67, that's specific. 75 to 80, okay. The structure gel has been charged and actually keeps growing for a while, even when removed from a power source. If applied to circuits, it seems to help out with connectivity. So maybe the structure gel's in here. It seems like it's not only connectivity... seems like it's not only connectivity, but even functionality. The gel can make simple machinery work and act more efficiently. However, the modifications that the WoW has made to the gel are full of extra information that doesn't necessarily make sense. When applied to... Take the gel, yeah, thanks. When applied to something more complicated, it causes the gel to act as a cancer upon the host, eventually ruining it. We could use the gel to our advantage, but it needs to be uncalibrated to get rid of the bad code. Applied gel to dead mouse. The gel caused the mouse to appear alive. It was put into the same habitat as a living mouse. Well, now we know what's making all the zombie evil guys. The reanimated mouse was apathetic, while the living one seemed stressed. After 15 minutes, the reanimated mouse attacked and killed the living mouse. Half an hour later, the reanimated mouse stopped moving. The corpse was solid as the gel hardened within it. So yeah, that's basically what this is. Reanimated another mouse with the structure gel. This time, it was done with uncalibrated gel as produced by Eames. The results were impressive. The thing appears catatonic, but it's more of a sleepwalker. To avoid the thing hardening as before, electromagnets are used to cause a low electrical current within the animal. This has also provided us the ability to somewhat control it. The structure gel remains unchanged on a fundamental level. It's still the same cross-linked gel with the line graphene in a poly-unsaturated matrix that was installed throughout Pesos 2 a few years ago. The problem is not the gel, but its controller, the WOW. The gel has not taken on any new properties. The WOW simply uses it in the ways we would never have even dreamed of. Overwhelming evidence concludes that all deformed creatures, the fish, the sharks, and even the helpers were manipulated by the WOW via structure gel. They have in some manner been exposed to charged gel and in turn stricken by cancerous growths that affect their whole being. Yep. It's difficult to ask why when talking about an AI, but it all started shortly after the comet killed the surface. I can't for sure say if it's bad code or a carefully programmed mercy killing, but it looks like it's not going to make things easier for us to survive. Yeah. I know the gel is in there. I'm just looking around a little bit more first. There's the mouse. Yeah, okay, that's horrible. I'm curious what it does to this.
Came back to life. Or something like it.
Yeah, this looks absolutely like the... This is absolutely what's making the human zombies. Really? You couldn't just give me the friggin'... So I probably have to take this back to... Actually, where do I have to take this to? Can I put the control chip in here? No. Shoot, where do I have to put the control chip to fix it? I didn't see a chip reprogramming station. Fuck. You gotta stop doing that. Dude, do you not understand how you're not helping at all? Oh. The tablet in here. Confirmed a correlation between the overloaded systems and the corpse of Dr. Ross. I was able to shield off the corpse inside the glass jar for a couple of seconds and witnessed a massive drop in the readings. If we really have to keep Ross inside Omicron, I suggest finding a way to erect a permanent barrier to avoid severe system malfunctions. WoW is definitely repairing Ross's corpse. It's the most insane thing I've ever encountered. Somehow the WoW, primarily relegated to the structure gel inside the walls, is bombarding the corpse with every system it can access. The glass jar is surrounded by an unhealthy amount of electromagnetism and radiation, which seems to be instructing gel already stuck inside Ross's body. Not sure what the WoW expects to happen when it's restored, but at least the crazy should stop when its body hits 100%. So yeah, I didn't see how to reprogram that chip. I don't know if I should bring it to my lady friend.
We need to get you a new Cortex chip, just like the ones you find inside robots, so we can store your brain.
Uh-huh. But where do I reprogram this chip? I never even saw a place to do that. Yeah, well, generally what I've been saying, Natalis, is I've been telling people, like, I try, like, I'm trying to solve these things, but I know watching me, like, flap around aimlessly is not very good entertainment, so I won't spend too long before I ask for help. But if you could, I'd prefer not getting it until I ask for it. But it won't be, like, it won't be super long. Like, I won't spend too long on it. I am going to come down here. I'm going to see what I can do about this puzzle, or this object down here, because I haven't come to the lower level yet, so I figure we might as well do this, and maybe I'll find something along the way, and if not, then we'll deal with the other one after. So we'll see what we have down here. What is that? Oh, that's a helmet. Okay. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. No. Well, that's the thing. Like, playing horror games, like, I hate horror games. I'm doing this. I don't know if you're aware of why I'm doing this today, but I'm here for, this was my $1,000 stretch goal for Extra Life this year, because I normally hate horror games. Like, they are not something I would normally voluntarily play, because I am an absolute weak sauce with horror. But it always makes for an entertaining watch, so I said if I hit $1,000 for Extra Life this year in donations, that I would play through SOMA in one sitting, and we actually are over $1,600 thanks to a bunch of really amazing people. So that's why we're here. Yeah, I like the moral arguments this game is attempting to make as well. It's definitely very... I don't actually know what I'm doing here. Oh, I see. Yeah, I really like the moral argument that this game is trying to make as well, you know, about, you know, are we human? Are we, or, you know, what is humanity? What is consciousness? What is self? Yeah, I agree. It's cool what this game is trying to do. I actually was not as high. I played Amnesia: The Dark Descent, Frictional's last major game. Thanks, man. Yeah, I actually got really when I did Frictional's last game, Amnesia, for Extra Life in 2012 as a stretch goal, and that game was scary, but it didn't freak me out as much as this. And I find this atmosphere way creepier than Amnesia's was. This game just feels so much more just ugh. Like there's just such a creepiness. There's such an extra level of creepiness to this game that I just can't fully explain, but it's yeah. This is actually trickier than it looks. I'm actually probably being a little more patient with the puzzles today than I normally would be. Because, yeah, I don't do well with puzzles in games like this. I tend to get frustrated and go to a fact very quickly. But I'm trying to get the proper experience out of this game. The only thing that I think makes a game... Because my stretch goal last year was Outlast, which I did in one sitting. That's actually on my YouTube channel. And the thing is, I think this is a... I think this game is probably a better game than Outlast, but Outlast was way scarier because I actually tend to be more susceptible to jump scares, and Outlast is much faster paced. Like, there are large sections in this game and in Amnesia where you know you're safe. You know, like where you know you're not going to run into any enemies, there's going to be no threats, and you can generally, you know, take your time, and you know there's not going to be... Like here, I know I can sit in this screen as long as I want, and I'll never have to worry, right? Whereas in... yeah, in something like Outlast, you know, the scares come suddenly, and they come quick and furious, and... Outlast 2 is probably going to be my stretch goal for next year because it's supposed to be out by then. But yeah, I think this is a better, more interesting game, but Outlast definitely scared me more. Ugh, I'm actually getting a little confused here. Because I presume to do this puzzle, I have to have all 6 of these lit simultaneously to eject the chip. I'm actually trying to do the geometry in my head to figure out how to do this. The only thing I will say about this game that I do find a little strange is that Simon seems to... Oh, hey, Manted. Oh, it's just the bottom 3? Oh, okay. Well, that's easier. Oh, you're right. Okay. See, I thought what it was is that there was additional things down below and that I would want to, I wanted to do that. Like, I wanted to test everything and eject the chip, or, like, to me, it felt like what it wanted was that it wanted all 6 of those things lit. But you're right. See, that kind of help I don't mind, because that was just me not understanding the puzzle, and I would have sat here for another, like, half an hour banging on that, going, why is this not working? So... that I don't mind. Oh, look, it's the Illuminati eye. So. Yeah, the only thing I find a little weird about this game is the fact that while you're right in that you do know basically as much as Simon does, Simon seems to get over his what the hell is going on very quickly, and he kind of goes back to sort of nonchalant, well, this is a weird thing that's not really... you know, this is just a weird thing that's happening and kind of whatever. He does fairly quickly. I don't know if your average person would be like... would just slide into the role as quickly as he did.
I hear you, Herbie. What's up?
Just wanted to check in. I have to go do something. I might not be around for a few days, okay?
Rally Herbert leaving the listening post? Must be important.
It is, Strask. It is.
Omicron, can you hear us?
Loud and clear. Everyone all right?
We will be as soon as we make friends with the power suits.
I'm sure you'll get used to it.
Look at that. Just wanted to check in before we pass the last working Lumar probe. Guys, any last words to Omicron? Don't forget to pick us up. You heard that, right?
Don't worry, we won't forget.
All right. Heading into radio silence.
Good luck, guys. Tau, please respond. This is Rowley Herber calling from Omicron. Please respond, Tau.
Unable to connect. Lumar relay out of range.
Yeah, I get it.
Unable to connect. Lumar relay out of range.
Okay. Okay, well, so we've got 2 out of 3 of the things that we need. I don't trust you. So what we need now is the... Uh-huh. I'll get right on that. So yeah, we need the gel thing. We just need to figure out the gel thing. So I'm assuming I need to fix the chip, but I didn't see a thing to reprogram the chip with in here. Maybe put the chip in here? Ha ha ha! Ha ha! I got it! See, all you need sometimes is to step away from it for a few minutes and you come back with a fresh perspective and you're in business. I think I did, didn't I? Okay. Okay, so I did need to go to the lower level to get the gel. Now, the question is, I guess, do I need this back? I can't take it. Shoot, then I'm still missing something, aren't I? Am I still missing something from that lower level? Because I had to put the control chip in there. I don't think I have the third item I needed. Shoot. Whoa! Ah, shit. No, but I took it from the thing in the bottom, but I used it to restore the gel thing. That's the problem. I used it to bring the gel I used it to bring the gel thing back to life. No, I figured she did, but that's why that's why I called. What?
Lock it up. What's happening?
Okay, we made it. We got it.
The door.
Managed to piss off another one of WoW's monsters.
We have everything.
Yeah,
we
if
need,
that
right?
triggered, I guess we got it right.
Let's get to work.
Jesus, god damn it. Oh, I have to put all the stuff in there first, I guess?
This is crazy.
Don't worry.
Yes,
it'll
it
work.
is. You're absolutely right. It is crazy.
Make sure it's all bunched together with the structure gel connecting all the parts.
Oh.
All right, try activating the suit from the terminal again.
This is gross. I'm gonna have to sit in there with all that dead lady's innards. Yeah, that's a pretty good scare. I have to say. That one freaked me out pretty good.
I was gonna suggest that if you refused.
You go without me.
I need to do this.
I don't know if that the whole like
I need to
booming,
watch
shattering glass was pretty crazy too.
Yes, if you want to stay here, I'm not gonna stand in your way.
That would have freaked me out
I
too.
don't want to tell you what to do.
What would be like before? Close my eyes
And then open them again.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you, Simon. Go sit in the pilot seat in the next room. You might need to boot it up.
Oh, good. Good, you've given me something to fear for. Thanks, buddy. Oh, not in a jump scary way, just in a oh my fucking god way.
By your current Cortex chip, run it through the amplifier, feed it into the new chip, and then make sure it's synced.
You lost me halfway there.
You don't really need to understand it. Just make them line up.
Yeah, okay. I've done this I've done this type of puzzle before, but it's usually with dual analog triggers. It's a good one too. Stop it! You guys are making me nervous. Oh, we close. Oh, we so close. Yeah, well, it is. You're right. This game's not about jump scares, and neither is Amnesia, really. That looks good.
That's everything. You can climb into the pilot seat now.
Already?
I have everything under control. So
The atmosphere in this is just mwah, like this really sci-fi dystopian, like super raw mechanical screwed up thing. Like, it's really good. I really love that.
This should be over soon.
It's like having your picture taken.
But with the most expensive camera in the world.
I really do dig
No,
this.
Indian stock photos would steal their souls.
In this case, they'd be right.
Heh, you're not wrong. Yeah, like someone who kind of was meh on Amnesia, this I really like.
What was that?
No, it's just,
Why was it still talking?
it's the same like before.
Catherine, why was he still talking?
That's how it works, you know that.
What do you mean?
You
What?
know it's not magic. You were copied. The sleeping Simon in the seat was copied, and now you are here, just like Simon lived on in Toronto.
God damn you, Kath. 2 Simons? There can't be 2 Simons.
What did you think would happen?
That you were gonna take my mind and put it into another body, like a brain transplant.
I'm sorry, it wouldn't work
Like
that
moving
way.
a
You
file,
realize how
not
messed up
copying
this
it.
is?
Please, I didn't mean to upset.
How did you expect me to react to this shit?
Please stop.
You're fucking disgusting. What's gonna happen to him?
He'll sleep for a while, a few days.
And then what? Wake up in this fucking nightmare again? All alone? So cruel.
Well, what do you want me to do with him? Make friends? Let him know that we have to leave him behind when we go into the abyss?
What if he didn't need to wake up?
Oh, no.
I don't know. Maybe.
There. I set it up for you. Hit the switch if you want to drain his battery. He'll die within a minute.
Oh, no.
Stay plugged in any longer.
What? No. So I have to choose to have myself kill myself? What a fucking... Oh, Frictional, you guys are dark. That's some demented ass shit right there. I mean, I've killed everyone else so far. I'm kind of thinking I should, because, yeah, like he said, he's going to wake up in this nightmare alone, and... I mean, Is he still me? Not really. Oh, I don't like this at all. No. Like, I don't think I do. Yeah. I can't leave him to have to live on in this nightmare all by himself with nothing going on. Oh god, and there goes his eyes. Like, that's just that's horribly cruel. Like, this is really... He was me a moment ago, but is he still now? I don't know, but to me that almost feels like putting someone out of their misery, or like putting down an animal that's in pain, not letting it continue on suffering for no good reason. You know what I mean? Even if he was me. Yeah, that's pretty... You know, you're right. Yeah, what if you had to see the other Simon kill you? I get that. In theory, he also would have heard the discussion where we would have gone, oh, but that's not me, and he's going to be living... You know, he's going to wake up in a nightmare if I don't do this. So maybe I would have understood what I was doing. Like... But I guess he wasn't conscious either, right? He didn't appear to be conscious. Yeah, she said he'll sleep for a few days, so... Oh, God, achievement unlocked, a new you. Jesus, you guys. Ugh. But yeah, she said he'll sleep for a few days, so I guess he wasn't conscious when I did it. Yeah. I mean, moralistically, that's a hard choice, but, you know, as someone who actually believes in the concept of assisted suicide in terms of ending suffering... I think it was probably better to do that to him than have him have to live this cruel, horrible existence. Like, it feels like that was the more humane choice. Like, there was no true humane choice, but it feels like that was the lesser of two inhumanities. You know what I mean? That ladder's broken, so that's not where I need to go. That's the way it kind of feels to me, is that, yeah, that was the least horrible choice. And, I mean, it's in keeping with what I've done so far. Everyone else whose consciousness I've had the opportunity to end, I have ended.